With the game on the line, one shot, who would you rather have taking it, Iggy or Curry?
Of everyone on Golden State, open shot, fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth, you better hit it. I want Iguodala. Iguodala's got ice water in his veins. Iguodala is that type of player. High leverage moment, fate of the universe on the line. I want open shot, not go get it. I want Iguodala taking that shot for me.
9 National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel. And in a minute, I will go right down the list of teams that will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel, who pretty soon will change football life in Cleveland, Ohio. One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
How Giannis was going to dunk his way through the playoffs and yada, yada, yada. Listen, this man is right now, he's the most overrated in basketball. Is he a good basketball player?
Whoa.
Yeah, I love him. I like him.
I'm sick. You are a hater. You go from hating on Kawhi to hating on Giannis. Giannis isn't overrated.
He's absolutely overrated.
Please proceed. Tell me how he's overrated.
Okay. You guys put this man essentially in the NBA Finals this year. 60, whatever win season.
He went to the conference
balled
finals.
Balled out.
Two wins away from the finals.
Hold it, chill.
MVP of the league, most likely.
You put him in the NBA Finals. He did not make it there. Not just did he not make it, he grossly underachieved. Grossly. The man, as far as individual matchups, as we brought up, shot 29% when actually guarded by a formidable defender.
You're smarter than this. You know that it was not one-on-one.
Hold on.
I'm not a basketball savant, but I can watch the games and see how they clog the lane. And it wasn't, while people keep saying Kawhi is the primary defender, that's fair. But every time he tried to go around Kawhi, other people got in front of him and they clogged that lane.
You know the difference?
So stop pretending like he just got shut down one-on-one.
You know the difference between great players? When you do that to LeBron James, he sees that all the time.
And he passes out of it to someone to hit the shot, which Giannis didn't have. He passes out of it to a shooter to hit the shot, which Giannis did not have.
When he passes the ball out, he passes on time, and he's not turning the ball over, and he's getting downhill. So when he makes the correct basketball play, it opens up a shooter for a wide-open shot. There were not scenarios where Giannis was getting downhill, making the correct plays, and guys were just clanking shots. He was ineffective. His move now.
He didn't watch any of the basketball games, obviously, because I saw plenty of open shots blown when Giannis.
I think he's the most valuable player in the league. He's the most valuable asset in the league because he just changes everything. But when I'm watching that finals last night, because of the explosion of the three-point shot, he is not as impactful as he used to be. And it's not like I'm watching the end of an era. But LeBron just is going to remain in this league. But he reminds me a little bit now, LeBron James reminds me a little bit now of a pitcher post-Tommy John surgery or a really great pitcher in the last 3 years of his career. He can throw 97 about 8 to 12 times. He's not throwing it 35 times. He's not throwing it past Bryce Harper. Is that LeBron James is 31. He doesn't dunk as much. You're not going to get a 45-point night from him. Those days are over. He's a human being. He's played 1,200 games. Cleveland now is building around a really, really valuable asset and a terrific player and an all-time great. But Kobe Bryant's last 5 years in the league weren't like the first 10. And Michael Jordan's Wizards performance was really special, but it wasn't like his first tour of duty and those first 3 titles in Chicago. In the end, we're seeing the LeBron that is 31, is not going to chase you down and block from behind, is not going to slam dunk as much or with the volume he did. And I still think he's the most valuable player in the league. But the game has changed, and though he's trying to change around it, as I was talking to Doug Gottlieb, he is no longer an A-plus scorer and an A-plus defender and an A-plus this, that, and everything. He is really A-minus to B-plus at everything. And so he's no longer Superman. He's now Batman.
So, Stephen A., is LeBron James a first-ballot Hall of Famer right now?
Without question. It's nothing to even think about. It's one of the greatest players to have ever played the game.
Okay,
Whatever.
my first problem with this question before I get to you, Stephen A. Smith, is that, I think that Tiago Splitter is already a first ballot Hall of Famer in the Basketball Hall of Fame because everybody gets in. I think Carissa's going to get in due time. Stephen A. Smith will get in due time. Maybe. That's a big maybe. But I can't respect the criteria for getting into the Basketball Hall of Fame the way I can the Baseball and the Football Hall of Fame. So if I'm judging by those standards, the baseball and football standards, there is no way that LeBron James is already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Do I have time to go into it? I don't think
He
I
had
do.
9 turnovers, so I'll give you that.
Hold on. Time
He
out.
was a disaster in the fourth quarter of that game. A disaster.
Okay, we're gonna leave it right
I
there.
watched it with these
27,
two lazy, repaired
27.
eyes.
27, 19,
Oh,
and 10.
please.
How was that awful?
You
How
know
was that
what
awful?
happened in that
In
fourth
what
quarter.
world? In what?
Let's go there. How much longer does Brady have?
I want to make this very clear, especially for Patriots and Brady fans.
Oh, boy.
Let me start by saying, Patriots fans, listen, okay? I think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback who ever lived, okay? Are we all clear? He's the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Push comes to shove, over Peyton, over Joe Montana, over John Elway, over everyone I've ever seen. If I had to draft quarterbacks all time to start their careers on my team, I'm taking Tom Brady. Okay, got it? Tom Brady's just about done. It could be his next game he plays, it could be a year from now, but he is going to fall off a cliff. Tom Brady is going to be a bum in short order. Now, what do I base that on?
Tom, can you say that again?
Yes.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Did you just say that Tom Brady is just about done?
Yeah.
And he's going to be a bum in short order? Is that what you just said?
Correct.
A bum in short order.
Yes.
The floor is yours.
Now.
Hold on, wait a minute.
You know why? Because you have no comeback.
I said you have to.
I'll let you off the hook
Hold on,
here.
wait a
You
minute.
got no comeback.
Wait a minute. I said you have to be able to play and be box office. You can't be box office but can't play. Don't you dare. Are you trying to tell me in that same, you're going to sit here, you're going to sit, I swear, I'm standing up for this. I'm standing up for this.
Talk about
Are you going to tell me,
Tim Tebow's
me that Tim Tebow
Tim
deserves
Tebow's
to be
a bigger
mentioned
draw
in the
than
same
Kobe
battle
Bryant is
than
right
Kobe
now.
Bryant?
He's a bigger draw than Kobe
He's a
Bryant.
bigger.
Yeah.
Go to break.
I got him.
I almost want to walk off this set right now. I can't believe this man just said this out of his mouth. You're telling me
Is
that
Marcellus Wiley in the house? We need to get Marcellus out of here.
Where is he?
He needs a blow.
Tim Tebow?
He's out.
Tim
We
Tebow
need
is
a
more
tag
box
team
office
partner.
than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Than Kobe Bryant?
Yes.
Is Tim Tebow more box office than LeBron?
I think so. It's the National Football League. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the numbers he did in his games last year. It's through the roof.
Go on a set.
It's through the roof. Marcellus, get out here.
Man.
I need some help.
I don't even
Get
talk.
Marcellus out
I can't
here.
deal with it right now.
Yeah,
I need a
he's
break.
out.
Is Kawhi actually a better player under pressure than the great Kobe Bean Bryant?
Yes, he is. No one had more heart than Kobe. Like, Kobe's not scared of anything. But because Kobe was the best bad shot maker who ever lived, he would take a lot of bad shots under pressure because he knew he could make them. But just look at how often he made them compared to what Kawhi is doing. Kawhi takes higher percentage shots and makes them more often under pressure than Kobe Bryant did. I'm not making it up. When you try to deride the statistics, I know you're both going to just assert that I'm wrong. But when you say, oh, just can't look at the numbers, you understand statistics are records of events. When they say in late and close games, Kobe Bryant shot inefficiently, his team got less efficient, those numbers are records of events that occurred. We could go back and watch the video and you will see they all occurred. Kawhi Leonard, under pressure, ain't missing. He's already been a finals MVP, and that was before he was in his prime. Under pressure, yes, Kawhi is better than Kobe was.
I think that's ridiculous. It's hard to get into why because I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to be respectful.
Max.
Here's my point. Here's my point. When you look at numbers, you can make an argument in favor of Kawhi in a variety of ways. But let me tell you something. When you sit up there and you say statistics are a record of history of what actually transpired, that's not always the case. I think you are completely focused on what you've seen from Kobe on the tail end. I don't know that to be the case, but I believe that. I'm thinking about the Kobe Bryant that won 5 titles. I'm thinking about the Kobe Bryant that only scored 28 in an overtime win en route to LA's first title when they beat Indiana. But I recall Shaq fouling out, and everybody was in an uproar, and Kobe walked over to him and said, I got it. When you talk about clutch numbers, people might be talking about, oh, what transpired in the last 2 minutes, or the game is within 3 points, and what did you do at this particular moment, or Kobe's a volume shooter. I'm thinking about the process that transpired that led up to those moments where Kobe carried you.
I hate every time I come on the show. I feel like I disagree with you, Max. Every time I come on the show, I disagree with you. I don't know why. It just naturally works out that way.
Don't hate it. Welcome to my world.
So 5 months ago, or 4 months ago, did you think that Kawhi was better than Kobe?
Was better? What better under
or
pressure?
More
What
clutch, better under pressure than Kobe? Did you think
I
this
thought
5
it was
months ago?
an open question. I think Kawhi is still ascending.
So now what Kawhi has done in one playoff series has confirmed to you that he is more clutch than Kobe Bryant. One playoff series.
What I am measuring.
Because this sounds like a case of recency bias to me.
Well, okay. As Kawhi is asked to do more and more offensively and carry more and more of the load, I would expect for his efficiency to go down. But it's gone up, Jay. He's even more efficient than he used to be while asked to do more. And he's not playing with Shaquille O'Neal.
So you're telling me for this small little microcosm of the frame of work, you're comparing that against the full body of work of Kobe Bryant.
No,
you're saying that he's more clutch right now.
No, you're
just said that he won
misunderstanding.
more. He got Finals MVP at an early age than Kobe.
No, you're turning it into an argument about career accomplishments. Obviously, I cannot do that.
I'm talking
with Kawhi.
about being clutch.
I'm talking about
what being clutch to me is. It has to be sustained over a legitimate amount of time, and you have to own that kind. You have to carry that weight during that same amount of time.
Kawhi hasn't done that yet. What's the point in that conversation? We're talking
you're
about
looking
what we've
future,
seen
but we're talking about have you been more
We're
clutch?
talking about what we've seen from Kawhi so far. Is that better or worse than what we'd seen from Kobe to that point in the clutch? And I'm telling you, Kawhi is a better clutch performer than Kobe Bryant.
Tell me.
Come on.
You know, Stephen A.
Oh
Smith?
gosh, don't don't do this.
You know? He just might be able to.
Don't do
He
this.
just might be able to.
Okay.
I say that on this alone and this alone, Michael Jordan could figure a way to beat a LeBron James who just might crumble under the pressure to beat his idol, the greatest basketball player in the history of life.
Okay, so I just want to make sure we got this right.
Yes.
2 months, just give him 2 months, no cigars,
No
a
cigars,
diet change,
yep.
and trained by you
Yep.
specifically, and just with heart and head, he'd be able to do it. Those
Correct.
are the intangibles.
Yep.
So
that makes those
okay.
34%. That's a high number.
So
that
you
makes them
agree.
correct.